Good morning everyone, it is Lindsay here from Rented Space and thank you for joining me today. This morning I'm just going to do a quick garden tour. I haven't done one since December or the end of December, so I thought I'd bring you along. It's been a really sad summer this year actually. We've had we've not really had proper rain, but it's been scorching hot days, but the garden's just not really, well, it's not enjoying it, I've got to say. We've not had a lot of water after having so much water at the, for the last 18 months or so, or for 18 months straight. The last probably 3 months has been so hot and dry that there's pretty much no water, no rain coming. And when it does come, it's a much needed release. Anyway, I'm going to take you around and show you what I've got going. I've had some disasters. I've lost a lot of my tomatoes to blossom and rot, so we won't be using those garden beds for the next few years. But anyway, come and join me today and thank you for joining me. Okay, so my asparagus is looking pretty good except for this one sad looking branch there. But my asparagus is looking good in my bathtub. I've also got, I don't know if you can really see, but I do have some spring onions also growing. They're doing quite well. My chilli here, I have had a fair bit of fruit off of this, so I'm happy with that. And as you can see, there is another red chilli going here. So lots of chilies and another one that's starting to blush. My tomatoes are covered up because of the rosellas and king parrots have found them. So I have cut back a lot in here, and this one's fallen again, but there is some big tomatoes going on in here. Finally getting some decent tomatoes, but yes, I do have to keep them covered up. My celery, majority of them have died, but I do still have some celery, even though, like I said, majority have died. A couple have lasted, so. And as you can tell by this one, where is it there? Something has been having a good nibble on this one. Bit of chop and drop here with the weeds and the branches from the bottom to try and ensure that there's plenty of airflow. And I have a nice capsicum there, and I have another one in here, and a couple there. Where is it there? And then some flowers, and some more flowers here. So some of my herbs, I have my thyme and my pizza thyme. So I have two different types of thyme here. Sorry, my normal thyme and my lemon balm, my lemon thyme. Some lovely flowers. It smells so nice when you mess with that. This is my other bed that has celery in it, so it also has some more rosemary babies, and then my celery. So I have two at the back here, and yeah, you're not helping my celery grow, mate. Yes, I do love you, but you're not allowed in my pots. Okay. There's a big sook, this one. Anyway, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 decent ones, and then 1, 2, where are they? 3, 4 baby ones. These were a bunch that I did try on a really cool day, and then the next week was 40, like 38 to 40, so they didn't make it. I'm just letting them put all their nutrients into the soil. And I just have a few more babies coming up. A rhubarb. I'm actually pretty sure that this was planted last year and it's just decided to crop now. Cucumber, that does have some cucumbers, and I'll go around and show you. My chili plant, which obviously has some there. My sweet peppers. So they're doing well. Look at that. Look at the size of that one. But there's a few there. Another tomato. So this one, lots of fruit, lots of flowers. Finally, like I said, getting some fruit. And these two have actually just self-seeded along with this one and a sunflower. And this is my gardenia, which is finally starting to come to life. Look at it, she's doing better now. And look, lots of flowers on this one finally. I actually almost pulled it out the other week because it was looking so sad. I just took off the bad leaves and she's going nuts now. Look at her. So I've got one here and one here. My aloe veras. Another random tomatoes that just self-seeded. Now I've got lots of, I have put in here a mixture of radish, obviously some beans, radish, trying to think, kale, spinach, and this is my bed that I actually normally do for my chickens. So this seed must have been something that was planted last year, or it's self-seeded from last year and it's just coming up, but I'm going to let it go because have a look at it. She's just gone nuts. This is literally about a week and a half worth of growth, 2 weeks worth of growth. But she's going nuts. So as you can see, oh look, there we go. Nice cucumber there. Probably should pick that while I'm here actually. That'll be mine and my son's lunch today. Hubby doesn't eat them. There was another one in here. There it is. There's another one. So my son loves cucumbers, so he'll be happy with that. I'll put that over there. Got to try and remember to come back for them. Okay, so aloe vera, but the pot fell and broke, so I've got it sitting in here for the moment, but I will be getting it back into a proper pot. Some of the self-seeded tomatoes that just grew places and I've put into pots. Lemon balm that needs a very good drink. More of my aloe vera that I'm actually slowly potting up into more pots because, as you can see by this one here, lots and lots of babies. Another tomato, that's a cherry tomato. One of my other chilies. And so I've got a few there. A very sad looking tomato. Again, this was a self-seeded one. I found it in the garden and I've just planted it in the pot, but it's not really going well. But I'm going to give it a good feed today and get rid of some of these bad leaves. Just pull them off. Look, that's how sad it is. It's not liking the hot weather at all, this one. But it does still have flowers. And it does still have fruit. So they're just some to almost nothing. So I could dehydrate. Another rosemary that I pruned back for dehydrating is coming back. Some more of my celeries. They seem to actually be doing quite well in this pot, in the tyres. And my tri-leaf, my tricolour sage. Another spring onion and my grapes. And again, I've got them covered up because, I don't know if you can tell, but the birds have been in here. So I actually have lots to come out today and harvest. I've been harvesting my grapes, but I've obviously got lots more in here to harvest. I don't know, I'm trying to get you in a good shot, but it's a bit dark in here. Too dark, I think, to be able to get anything decent. More of my aloe veras that need to be all pulled apart and replanted. Another tomato. And I got this little, bought this the other week, just so I can put some water in, which it obviously needs more for the bees. My very dodgy wire over my tomatoes, it hasn't helped this tomato plant whatsoever because the birds have managed to get in. So I'm just going to take that off. But I did have so many tomatoes on here and the birds come in and just decimated them. But I've got a few more coming and some more flowers, so that'll be good. And I bought myself some more net. My lemon, look at those thorns. Can you see them? Blueberry, another chili plant. I've got some big ones on here, so they're looking well. Got lots of chilies on this one and lots of flowers too. Lots of flowers coming. So you can see some more, I don't know if you can really tell, but there's some more flowers in there. More flowers there. Another tomato, another blueberry. This one is going bonkers. So this is a Nellie Kelly blueberry. And I don't know, I've just moved it from, it was kind of back a bit further. And I think it was getting too much sun and it didn't like it. So this one's now in the shade and it's like it's got partial shade from my olive tree. And it's going nuts, whereas the one over here that's in the full sun isn't liking it, so I'll be moving that one too. My rhubarb, so I've had some wiltering and stuff from the really hot days. And my poor strawberries, you can see as well. And see, obviously this one here is getting a lot more shade, as is this one. They're getting lots of shade from the rhubarb. You see, look, there's another one that's just gotten smashed by the heat. But this one here has obviously just got a lot more damage because the rhubarb doesn't protect it the same. Another rhubarb here, and another strawberry over here. My smaller of my olives that I've actually only planted maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. And I took it from a little pot. And it's now in a bigger pot. And honestly, when I transplanted this one, I don't know if you can really see, but it was probably only up to about here. So it has doubled in growth in 2 weeks. So it was clearly very much ready for the bigger pot. And it's like in it. And I do have an Ola pot in here also, which I just really soak the pot and the lid when I refill it. And then my other wheelbarrow with more rhubarbs, and I'm probably blocking the sun here. But they're doing, like, these guys are going great guns now that I've topped this wheelbarrow up. They were struggling and now I've filled with more. I put 3 bags of soil in here along with more compost and they're going brilliantly. This garden bed had absolutely nothing all along here. Nothing grew in it. And I just covered it in straw and left it. But look, I've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plants popping up. So 8 plants are now popping up and we are, what am I now? We are the 23rd of January. So I don't know how they're going to go, but they finally decided some weeds. There is definitely weeds in there too. And then look at this. Randomly, I got a sunflower turned up. Isn't it beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. She's probably the highlight of my tour today. Look, the hot days have clearly done these plants a world of good, because they're all absolutely quadrupling in size. My my self-seeded tomato bed going quite well. Lots of cherry tomatoes there. My other garden bed that I have filled with some basil and more of the self-seeded tomatoes, figs. And then down to fruit tree alley. So my Santa Rosa plum. My miniature cherry. And my okie dokie flat style nectarine. And then my not so happy fig, which got knocked over and broken. My jade, and then my very sad looking avocado tree. And then this garden bed is just a whirlwind of everything. Lots of self-seeding going on over here. Self-seeded, some tomatoes I put over here. And this one here is obviously not coping very well. It's fallen over, you can see it's fallen. But the birds have been going nuts in here. Broccoli. More tomatoes. Another vine. So obviously they like this spot, so I know that the soil in here is good because everything's just coming off here and doing whatever it wants. But yeah. So besides this poor one here, and I think it's the birds sitting on it and attacking it have knocked it. But there is some fruit in there too, so. There's the grapes. Okay, thank you very much for watching my video today. I've come inside because the heat outside has already made my camera not like it, and it's already overheated and turned off. So hopefully I didn't miss too much of the video that I shot, but if so, I'll have to go out and refilm. Anyway, I just want to say thank you again for joining and watching, and I do appreciate it. I know that everyone's time is quite precious. So here are this week's videos. I've only got 2 this week, and I'll probably do 2 from now on, but this week's I've got 1 new one and one that I've been watching for a while, even though they're having a bit of a break at the moment. But I thought maybe if I gave them a bit of a shout out and enough people went over and rewatched and started to watch again, either started to watch completely or restarted watching again, that it might give them the encouragement to continue filming. So Rockpile Homestead, which is the home of the amazing Amanda and Corey, and if any of you have been part of the Australian Homestead channel, you'll know that they are on behind the original founders of that channel, along with Mel from Honeybee Homestead. So yeah, Farmstead. So please get along and say hello to Rockpile, to Corey and to Corey and Amanda at Rockpile Homestead. Now they do live on the wheat belt of WA. They do have 100 acres. They are both tradies, so they have some extremely useful tips and tricks and knowledge to pass on to everyone. And when they do things like, for a few of their different things that they've done, they built their own shade cloth / greenhouse. They have done the irrigation system. They have built a, like the garage and then the carport, awning, lean-to, whatever you want to call it. And they've even done their milking shed and the stanchion and everything. So please head over. They do have a cow that they got from Mel and family at Honeybee, and they also have had pigs before. Anyway, head on over, have a look. They've got garden, they've got their chickens, they've got their beautiful dog. Please head over, have a good look, and yeah, enjoy their videos and take in that knowledge that they have there to give. Okay. So that is my one that I have been watching for a long time. My new one today is Jayden Luke M, and it is Jayden, Jayden, Luke, Luke, M, just the letter M. Now, he has recently bought a place in the snowy mountains of New South Wales. He has had previous experience on a goat farm. He does explain his everything there. Now, he is currently still working in Sydney and has to kind of travel back and forth. But he bought an old abandoned farm, and like I said, in the snowy mountains, so cold, definitely gets cold there. And he has some drone footage of his property, as well as videos of him. Sorry, I'm completely shattered today. He also has footage of him renovating his cottage, chopping firewood, and he explains what he's doing as he goes along. So he's just had some dramas with filters and pumps and things like that. So that's his latest video. But get on over, have a look, and enjoy those two channels. So Rockpile Homestead from Wheat Belt of WA, and also Jayden Luke M from the Snowy Mountains in New South Wales. So thank you again to Rachel from Bush Edge Homestead for the amazing artwork that I did put up into the corner, and for the thought of actually all of us doing this. So every one of us that helps each other, we're getting the content that we want, which is Australian content, Australian homesteads, and it's going to better us all in the long run. So thank you, happy Sunday, happy gardening, and thank you for joining me today. See you all later.